Right, should have sound. And if I didn't have any bad luck, as you say, Rob, I'd have no luck at all. See if we can get back to where we were. Okie dokie. Are you getting me now? I don't know whether it's Bill Gates or YouTube or the Streamlabs, but it weren't me. I hadn't touched it, and when I went to reboot the software it found an update, so I had to wait about a minute or two for the update. I had to configure the audio again. I don't know why, it just wouldn't find the microphone. So can we all confirm things are working? And actually the number there has started to work, whether we have 3 on, and we have 3 on the YouTube one. So I don't know whether there's a bug and there's a bug fix in the update, but the number up top's working now, so there's 4 people watching. I don't know what they think of it. Complete cods up from the start. Loud and clear. Right. Oh, shall we start again? Pretend that didn't happen. Good evening, people. Everything went swimmingly. I hit one button and we all went live and everything was perfect. And the microphone worked and the sound worked and everything worked. So, 10 past. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Oh, do me a favour. You can't see me. So are we saying you can hear me, but you know you can't see me, you can just see the field? Is that right? Can anybody confirm whether I'm actually on the screen or you can just see the background? Well, Detectorist Tom said all okay, we can see you. So I mean, I can see on my live screen, I can see on my output screen, and in theory you should see what I see. Good evening, Anne. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully and hear me. Fantastic. Modern technology, don't you just love it? Good. So we're all good now. So I'm just trying to get my windows right. Oh. Okay, we've got 4 people. I wouldn't blame you after the beginning I've had. Topic for this week was swing and dig techniques, and then we added on best pinpointer. So over to you. What's your technique on swinging? Should be obvious. Digging, how do you dig, say on a field? How do you dig differently on a meadow or someone's front lawn? And which pinpointer do you rate? Which one do you think is the best pinpoint rate there at the moment? $1938. Sorry about that. There's a bit of a hiccup. I'm putting no blame on myself. because I hadn't touched the settings. Fired everything up this afternoon, seemed to work fine, and then wouldn't detect the microphone. So just a quick shutdown, a reboot, and then it found an update, and then we're all good. So whether there was a bug, I do not know. So swinging techniques, digging techniques, and best pinpointer. Over to you. MX6. Do you mean MI6? Do you mean the Deus pinpointer? MX6 is a car, huh? Five people on the counter at the moment. Nocta pinpointer, waterproof, trapdoor dig every time, even on fields. XP Deus MI6. So that's Deus is better than a Nocta. Personally, I've got the Garrett Pinpointer Pro, which I've had since since I started, really, just after. It's messing me about a little bit. It keeps going off and doing what it wants, and you have to turn it off and turn it on again, but it's coming up 5 years old, so when it does go pop, I shall might get one of the Deus pinpointers, either the MI4 or 6, depending on how funds go. Anybody use the MI6 with, linked up to your remote? Is that a real benefit, or is the MI4 okay and you don't need to go to the expense of the MI6? Yeah, my Garrett, and you turn it on, it goes bip bip like it normally does. You start off going around your dug hole, so going around your hole, and that will sound off, and then it'll just go bananas, and you take it out and it's still going off. So you have to turn it off, turn it on again, then that'll behave itself. So I don't know whether it's a sign it's on the way out or not. Just a bit annoying. How old is your Garrett pinpointer then, Anne? You had it long? I don't know what the warranty is on them. Link soil searcher, new permission on pasture. Anything with grass on, I just do trapdoor. Not so bothered on a field, just try and get a bit out. I went out today and it was like concrete. I won't give anything away, but it was hard work. Even my big pointy spade, I just couldn't get it in. The first inch or two was just rock hard. Once you got through that, then it was soft and you can dig out, but it wasn't fun. (1938). So between the MI6 and MI4, what's the difference then? The MI4 doesn't link up to the remote and headphones. I must apologise for the pink usernames on screen. I looked into it today and there's nothing anywhere that you set the colour up. It's supposed to be random, blues, reds, greens, but for some reason we're pink, so maybe that's an omen. Right, okay, and turn it on when it's touching the ground, should cure it. Okay, you've got 3 here. So mine's come up for 5 years. It's had quite a bit of abuse. So 1938, knows nothing about the MI6. So if, apart from the price, the MI6 does the connecting to your headphones and remote, does it? Right, what about your swinging technique? Does someone want to state the obvious on how you should do it? It's alright, 1938, we forgive. We forgive you. Stat Padder, good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you're well. I must apologise for not putting out a video today. It's recorded, but it didn't get finished because yesterday I had to make a 5-hour round trip down to East Grinstead to hospital to have a look at my face. So it was a bit of a day. So I'll try and crack on with it tomorrow and hopefully tomorrow night. I made a cup of tea to you, Rob. Don't blame me, mate. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. So I'm just looking on screen. I can see a little bit of green by this arm. Probably not got my lights right now. Just going bad to worse, isn't it, tonight? Link's soil searcher. What do you mean the first Garrett Pinpointer Pros have a problem with wiring? I suppose mine's, as I say, come up 5 years, so it's probably 2013 when I got it. How old it was when I, how long it's been produced for, I don't know, before I had it. Yep, 1938, recommend. Gary is a jolly good chap. He's got some good instructional videos. Yes, and low as you can and flat throughout the swing. What was the subject, Rob? It was digging technique, swinging technique, and the best pinpointer. So we have 8, and I don't know why, but the number above my head actually works this week, and I have done nothing to it whatsoever. Rob Random, I just call it a random bit of software. Works when it wants to work. I don't know whether to blame YouTube or the software. You'd have to forgive me for the, you're probably picking up a bit of background noise. I had a couple of filters on the other setting which it didn't detect, and I had to install a new audio capture device, and I haven't put the filters on, so I don't know if I can do that while we talk. I might do, or I might not. Right. Bang some noise suppression on. That'll help a bit. There's one more. I can remember what it was. That's it, noise gate. That'll do, won't fiddle too much. Well, I'm grateful for being on with video and sound. All right, fake Garrett pointer. So when did you buy that then? 1938. Recently or? Right. I know it all depends on your stride and height, but what number do you have your stem extended to? I'm around about 3.5, 4 inches myself. Also depends whether you're on double or you can get right down to the ground, I suppose, but around about 3.5 to 4 for myself. I tend to go very slowly, sort of like baby steps, so you don't miss a sweep as you go forward. Rob, ain't broke, don't fix it. I think I've just tweaked the filter so that when I stop talking, you shouldn't be able to hear anything. I think that's right. Okay. So Deus swing varies on what program you're on. So an example being what? Very funny, Rob. Rob's a cyborg. Oh, I see. And you can get up. It's always dodgy in it, buying stuff off eBay, not being unkind to the genuine sellers. I think I got mine off from a metal detecting site, so hopefully more chance of getting an original. All depending on height, obviously. Well, obviously, whatever's comfortable for you, get the call in front of you. It's going to be comfortable on your arm. I'll be honest with you, I didn't realise or wasn't aware that it would differ swing wise if you chose different programs on the Deus. So there you go, every day's a school day. Yeah, well known auction site. Well, you only need one guess for that, don't you? But I mean, surely you're safe if you go on eBay and go through a well-known detector company, surely. I've never really tangoed with my Deus. I can't remember where I got mine from, man. Yeah, I think that's fairly rife, isn't it, eBay with, or sorry, a well-known auction site with fakes. Okay. Country beginning with C knocks a lot out, don't they? They like to get an original and make cheap copies. We don't get half the quality circuitry inside, and yeah, they say what they say. You get what you pay for. I think mine was about 90 quid when I bought it about 5 years ago. Don't know what they're going for now. Yeah, you're right, Rob. If you know, if the seller is XY metal detecting, then you can find them on the website. Then, in theory, you should be able to get an original or a genuine one. So, everybody well? Everybody been out this week? I know it's only a Wednesday, but anything remarkable in your finds pouch? I try and cancel out, choose UK and get the UK stuff, but you still get other countries in your search results, even if you put UK. Right, 9 according to the number above my head. So if we've got any lurkers out there, you can listen by all means. Nothing against that, but a little comment now and again, I'll be grateful for. And I need a thumbs up. I haven't got my icon thing to make the thumb up come up. So if anybody can hit the thumb up before you go, that'll be really, really good as well. Evening, Charlie. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. What frivolity have you missed? Well, it was a complete cods up to start with. The first 10 minutes was a bit of a disaster. I went live but wasn't any audio. So reluctantly I had to shut everything down and reboot, and we got audio back. So it wasn't the best start to the evening. And mood tubes, yeah. Yeah, they're a favourite, aren't they? Weird little white ball, ceramic that pings. So yeah, it's got something inside it. Debbie, 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 Debbie. Good evening, Debbie. Nice for you to make it. Thanks for joining us. Rob, 5mm round. No idea. Any idea on that? Do you know what it's for? Must have something in it to make it go ping, surely. That's just ceramic, unless the ceramic is made up with something which is a bit metally. Well, I'll fill in the gaps. Had a load of rubbish to take to the tip today. Got all my stuff in the trailer. Off I went to the tip. It's all closed. Tip's closed on a Wednesday apparently. I got all the way back with my trailer. I've got to go all the way back again tomorrow. BB. Oh dear. You know, there's weeks you think, oh, the ground's too wet. That particular field I go on, that farthing field, is really, really boggy. And that's all clay. And it's hard going in the wet. And you wish it was really, really dry. Then you go through a phase of us just right, firm to walk on, super duper to dig. And then I'm at a stage now, after a few days of hot sun, it's like concrete. And find it very difficult to get through. Anybody got any tips to get through concrete earth? Hammered ringing as coke. Can't remember the numbers for hammered. What are the numbers on the dice for hammered then? So 1938 pinpoint technique. Yep. 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 Basically find a good signal, side to side, narrow your side to sides down, come back, and as soon as you lose it, it's just at the top of the coil, sort of 12 o'clock where the XP is, the red XP. And as you correctly say, come back a bit with your blade, you don't slice up your groat or your half angel. Soul Search are going to try a new site tomorrow. Very, very nice. Wish you all the best for that. I'm sure it won't rain, surely. '75 standard coil, 80 HF. Yeah, surely coke. What's that coke? Surely coke's not that high. Well, having said that, today I got a 45-ish, and that was coke. Wee on it first hand. Yeah, I don't think I've got enough wee. I know people think I'm full of it, but I don't think I've got enough. Yeah, when you get a up and down number, that's very annoying. 140s. Drop, squat, and yeah, very funny. Yeah, you need a good rain at Charlie, nice downpour overnight, then you hit the field the next day. Without giving too much away, I went back to Radish Field. You know, someone commented on one of my videos, not the last one, the one before, mentioned that the signal I got, where yeah, it's a great signal, and as I come off it, that was a bit irony, a bit of, and I left it, and was told that, oh, that's the sort of thing gold come up as. And I said, if it's gold, I shall run butt naked around. And I went back to that today, found it again and dug it. But I'm not telling you what I found. You have to wait for the video. Yeah, back edge of the coil, if you're on your knees, so to speak. Just move the coil so it's 90 degrees, and then Go back and forwards. That's good. A mini pick. I need a big pickaxe today. So went back. So went back. That'll be a very, very soft focus, Charlie. It won't be a very sharp in focus video if I ever did it. Cliffhanger. Might have been gold. Might not have been gold. Find out. So, pinpointers. You dug your hole, still in the hole with the detector. You break out the pinpointer. What do? Me personally, go around the walls with the flat side of the pinpointer, and then probe the bottom, because I've got a habit of not quite getting on top of the target on occasionally, and it's in the wall, and you think it's at the bottom. You keep digging, and then when you go in the pit with the pinpointer, that's sort of like halfway up the side of the wall. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. 1938 with the mini pick. Having said that, I've got a good shovel, and I suppose as long as you're away a bit from the signal, you should be all right. But it's just getting it in there. We need something to break the crust at the top. Oh dear, Debbie. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. They didn't get on with the knocks then. You got the 800, did you? Or the 600? Yeah, a friend of mine brought his round and had a very brief play with it, and I don't know. It's probably the better the devil you know. Never really, had long enough to make, a proper decision up. But I just don't like the sounds, don't like the tones of it. I don't know. Not quite as bad as a Garrett. Yeah, I know. This crust was about 2 inches. I just couldn't get the point of the spade in. Once you broke through it, then that's easy peasy. Yeah, so what was wrong then, Debbie? I bet you didn't get your money back for it. I'm not a Garrett hater. It's my personal opinion. I don't like the tones. Yeah, sure, Garrett's are great. Not for me. Probably upright error. But no, I like the tones on the Deus. You get more feedback. I don't know what the high end Garretts are like, but come on, Debbie, don't keep us in suspenders. Look, what was wrong? Why didn't you like the knocks? Oh, 9. Got 9 people. Rob, better than the sound of squashed toads. Oh, not really squashed a toad lately to find out what sort of noise they make. 800. Yeah, to be fair, I do like the Deus. All right, well, that's good then, isn't it? There's a waiting list and you got your money back. Oh, that's nice to hear anyway. Oh, well, at least you tried it. I mean, there was a lot of hype and build up, wasn't there, for that? You just wonder whether holding back the supplies. I'm cynical. Just holding them back so there's a waiting list and people are gagging to get them. Oh, back in the Deus fold. Good old Debbie. Good old Deus. Oh, gone to 8 now, look. Hoping to get 10. Your dodgy Deus. My Deus is not dodgy. Squishy toad sound. What, the iron thumps you mean, the lower tones? Hey, that radish field in the last 2 videos, oh dear, about 20-30 foot from the track in was so noisy. You felt guilty being out with another Deus. I think you're too sensitive. You're a sensitive little soul. I feel like you're 2-timing the Deus. Deus, was it okay about it? Did it accept you back? $9.38, thanks ever so much for coming up tonight. Sorry about the start, or the non-start, and thanks for your input, and fingers crossed next week that'll start on time. I couldn't believe it last week. One click of the button, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, everything worked. This week. Anyway, see you 1938. I'll see you next week. Debbie does Deus. Yeah, okay. I don't know what you're on about. Was it in the 70s, that film? Oh. As long as the Deus has welcomed you back with open arms and doesn't hold a grudge, you'll be fine. I was thinking about going on to a meadow next couple of days, but went past it today and it's about a foot high, so I'm not quite sure. Detectorist Tom, any plans on a competition to dig with me? What do you want to come out and dig with me? Bit of a booby prize, really, isn't it? I know there's sort of bigger channels that have a competition, and some people charge, don't they? I think yeah, I can name 1 or 2 what actually charge for the privilege, but goodness sake, no one will come and dig with me, surely. All I find is silver and rubbish. Romans. Well, I don't mind somebody coming around and holding my hand if they so wished. I've not really got a huge amount of land to go on at the moment. The drilled one I went on 2 visits has now grown up. just getting like teeny tiny broadleafed things coming up, and I've not been told I can't go on it, but I just don't like treading over somebody's crops and digging them up and all that. So I've decided not to go back to that field now, so that's it for that. So I've got farthing field, and I've got another farm which has got a meadow. That's a possibility, and that's about me lot really for now. I reckon that's going to get really tight. I don't know what's going on about farthing field because there's nothing been done to it whatsoever. It's just gone rock hard. Well, I don't mind doing a competition. I've got a competition on the go, but I need 500 subscribers. I'm bashing my brains out trying to get subscribers at the moment. But no, I mean, you tell me. You know, if somebody wants to take the time and effort to come down, I can always meet up somewhere, and you can be on the channel, smile, and say how wonderful I am. Buy tickets. Who would actually buy a ticket to come out with me? Come on, let's be realistic. Sort out Radish Field. Yeah. No, it's just that I know the farmer quite well, and you know, would you want a stamp all over his little saplings? I don't know. There's one or two fields when there's wheat or something coming up when they're sort of like that high. Doesn't mind me going on because you just push the seeds back in and move on. But when there's things like broadleafed crops and beans, especially beans, because once you stood on the bean, that's crushed. So Tom, you ought to hear a bit of swearing, do you? I've got a few good ones I could do. Long drive from Cheltenham. Yeah. Debbie, success. Oh, there. You're going to get on to me now, aren't you? Requested 10, got 10. Whatever you've got, you're a little bit stuck when they're planted, aren't you? Well, you know what's going to happen in the harvest. You've got 6 inches of stubble to fight your way over. Raffle ticket. Well, I don't know. I'm up for it, but obviously I don't want you to come down from sort of Scotland. If anybody's localish to me in the Suffolk area, towards my donation if you so wished. Um, Up in the green there's a URL that's all linked up with Streamlab, the studio stuff, and if you made a donation, actually you'd make my little thing work. The glass. You know, give me 50p, that will come tinkling into there. No, I'm not asking. I had a subscription to, can't remember the name of it now, 2 main detective magazines, and there's Searcher or something, and is it Treasure Hunter? I can't remember now. One of them I've had for about 6 issues. Figure 1, message retracted. Your phone's playing up again. Oh, I'd love to go on Sutton Hoo. I think everybody did. I think I'd get hung, drawn and quarter went on there. Yeah, it's very intriguing, isn't it? I dare say it's been done to death, but I wouldn't mind going over the old mounds. Don't mean that in a sexual nature. Debbie, you're in Scotland. We'll come down to holiday. Come down to sunny Suffolk for a week. Spend a morning together finding buttons. And buttons, really. Got a lot of buttons. Not what these farmers do or these workers do, but LP, I'll take you your meaning leisure promotions. They're all tied up with Harry, aren't they? The wrench that belonged to Hercules. Metal detecting YouTube vids and links. I might give that a go. Thank you, Rob. And you did come to Suffolk. Did all the John Constable sites. What I mean, down by the, what do you call it? That's just down the road, isn't it? Sort of Dedham, isn't it? Well, there you go. That's a good tip. Get yourself out there. We've got 9 watches at the moment. I dare say there's 1 or 2 lurkers. I hope we're all doing the thumbs up bit because that does help a little bit. Anybody tell me how many thumbs up we got? Because I can't see that on the screens I've got. No, not met Digger Dan. Well, I wouldn't know where he come from, but keep meaning to do a collaboration going with somebody, but I'm just a little minnow in the detecting video world, so I'm not big enough to warrant anybody coming to collaborate with me. Yeah, I had 2.5 hours down at East Grinstead yesterday and 2.5 hours back. It was a bit longer because there's an accident on the M25, lorry jackknife and piddle out diesel everywhere, so that was a bit like a car park for half an hour. But yeah. What's all the numbers then? 737. Do I have to shout bingo? Oh, I've still got 9. I don't think we're going to get 10 tonight, are we? There's a late rally. About 2 minutes to 10 at the moment. I'll wind up in a minute. Deep Hill. Yeah, John Constable was a painter, yeah. An artiste. Oh, sorry. Oh, away with the fairies tonight. Okay. 7 likes. Well, come on, look, there's 9 people on. 2 people what didn't haven't done the like. And come on, thumb up, please. Sorry, Charlie. I've lost it, I think. There's not a lot of hills in Suffolk either. Mind you, if you're on a push bike, some of the inclines are quite hard on your legs. Right, it's a minute to 10 now, folks. I will ask you for subjects, for topics next week, please. Flat as your hat. Well, I've got another saying about flat. Flat as a witch's. I don't know. Nothing. You can only see 3. I don't know. I don't understand. So, topics next week. Anybody got any suggestions? Or I wind it all up. Well, I've got my pen, my pad. I'm all poised to write down suggestions for topics. Detectorist Tom, you're off. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me talk rubbish. We'll keep an eye open. Yeah, I'm trying to be consistent. It's difficult at the moment. I'm trying to get a video every Wednesday, Saturday, but it's difficult. We've got 8 likes, 9. Okay, we've got 9 likes, and that's it. Everybody, including any lurkers, has done a thumbs up, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, any topics for next week before you go? Or do I just make one up and surprise you next week? How to find hotspots. Discuss your latest video. Well, the latest one is done. It won't be very. That one won't be very exciting. Identification. What, coins or artifacts or how to find hotspots? Okay, well, that was sort of touched on when we talked about new permissions, new fields. How do you go about detecting them? But no, not a problemo. We can go back to hotspots. What you do on a new field to find your hotspot, if there is a hotspot. Don't hold your breath, Charlie. The gold or not gold video. Yeah. Okay, hotspots or identification. Right, to combine the two, I suppose. So, hotspots, how do you find hotspots? And then where do you go to identify what coins you find or what items you find? Where's your go-to reference? So we'll do that then. Hotspots and IDs. That's it then. Done. That's next week. How to ID. Yep, there's various sources and I had to do it, but we'll keep the powder dry and we'll touch on that next week. So it's 4 minutes past. I'm going to wind up now. So I bid you good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for taking the time. I'm sorry about the bit of a hiccup at the beginning, but I still say it's nothing to do with me. Blame somebody else. That's the way. So just give you a minute if you want to say goodbye to everybody, and I'll wrap it up and I'll see you next week. I will just say, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notifications of future videos and every Wednesday's live stream via YouTube, 9 o'clock UK time. PM UK time. That's good night from me, and it's good night from you. So just reaching over the mouse. This is a 2-click thing. There's one, and I've got an "Are you sure?" What to do if a bull charges you? Well, how much? Was it expensive? Toodles. Ta-ta. See you all. Thanks, guys and gals. See you next week. Fingers crossed that'll just happen. Thanks for watching.